Hello. So in this video, we will be learning how to add walls. In the previous video, we saw how to add levels. So we will be continuing the same video to create to create walls. So here I will be going to the G floor level, that is my ground floor level, to create walls. Now I'll be starting with my walls. So I'm going to take architectural walls. Now definitely I need to see what thickness wall fits here. Okay, so for starting, I will be taking a 200 mm thick wall, a generic wall. Okay, I will be changing my height till the next level, that is my second level. Sorry, that is my first level. Okay, now my location line will either be finish face exterior or core face exterior. Finish face interior or core face interior. Now this depends on what is my finish face layer. Okay, so we can go in depth when we go to LOD 300 for this. So I'll be taking my finish face interior and I'll start creating a wall. So now if you see this, my wall falls to the internal part, so I can just click space to define which side my wall needs to be created. Okay, I'll just end my wall here for now. You can either press escape or modify to come out of the command. Okay, now if you see the thickness doesn't suffice the point cloud, so what I can do is I can increase this thickness by duplicating this wall. I'll say duplicate, and probably this should be 250 mm wall. So I'm just randomly renaming it as 250, changing the thickness. Okay. So it's more than 250. So let's just change this to 280. Okay, apply, and yes, that's the thickness of my wall. So if you can see this, so I'll just be renaming this wall to 280. Okay. So if I go to 3D view, and I want to see this wall. So my wall is already selected, or what you can do is you can select your wall over here and you can just choose an option of selection box, and you will be only seeing that particular wall in your 3D view. So if you see this, okay, so you can also further decrease the size of your section box to check whether you have a right wall created. Okay, so similarly you can continue creating your walls. You can just select this and say CS, that is create similar, or you have an option over here for create similar, and you can continue with this wall. As I said, space to change the alignment. Now if you see, this is not snapping my cloud, so you can right click, say snap override, and you can choose an option points or nearest. Okay, I choose points, And so here, this thickness of my wall changes over here. You need to know what is the thickness. You can either use the measuring tool to first check thickness. This is approx 133, so I will be taking a 130 wall. So again, the wall option. Now, if you do not have a 130 wall, you can just select any wall, edit, duplicate it, and change it to a new category of wall. So I want a 130 wall. Yeah. So you see your wall, the alignment, the joining of the wall is done on its own. So this is how you will be continuing creating your walls. Now, if I on my shaded mode, so this is how I will be seeing my walls. Okay, so this is basically the LOD 200, the LOD 100, 200. So there is not much difference between LOD 100 and 200. Okay, now before I go in depth of LODs for walls, let me just give you a brief about LOD if you all are not aware about it. So basically, we also have a documentation on LOD which will be provided if you all want to know more about it. So LOD is basically we have LOD 100, 200, 300. Okay, so the level of detailing, that is the LOD 100, for any element created in Revit, any architectural or MEP elements will be a generic profile. Okay, like what we have created right now. Okay, so basically my LOD 100 walls and my LOD 200 walls do not have much difference. Okay, the accuracy of LOD 200 is basically much more better than the accuracy of LOD 100. LOD 100, we might not be that accurate, but LOD 200 definitely we are more accurate in creating the walls. And when we go to LOD 300, we define the materials that are assigned to the wall. So if there is a brick pattern in my in the visible in the recap or the bubble view, so in LOD 300, yes, we do define what material needs to be assigned to the particular wall. So if client has provided the type of wall, specific type of wall, yes, we do need to create that specific type of wall. So how do we edit the wall for LOD 300 is you can just simply select the wall, go to the edit type, go to edit, edit structure. Here you can create layers. So I will be just creating 2 layers to show you all quickly. So up, 1 layer down. So now if you all remember in the beginning where we had the boundary exterior and interiors and the core boundary exterior and interiors. These are my core boundaries. The core boundaries always do lie above, in middle of my final layers. Those can be the paint finish, those can be the brick layers. Okay, so this is basically the thickness, the overall thickness of my wall. This is 280, so let me catch the exterior layer as my paint layer or any brick layer. Okay, so I'll be just defining these as 10 layers. So 280 minus 10, that's 260. Okay, So you can just preview. Okay, so this is how your wall looks like in the section. Okay, so you can also define a few materials if you would like. I'll just be showing you all that quickly. And just be clicking on this particular box if you can see here, and I get the material bar. So I'll be clicking on the material desired. For example, my center could be a brick wall, so I'll just go for a brick wall. And if you see this, okay, and let's say I want paint finish on both the sides. So there is a paint finish. You can just search it out. Okay, so I suppose I do not have a paint layer. So what I can do is I can create a new material. So you can just rename the material, saying paint. Okay. You have two options over here. One is graphic and one is appearance. Graphic is basically the shaded view and appearance is the rendered view. So you can either choose a shaded view or a rendered view or both. I prefer both. So what I do is I check on this use rendered appearance, and whatever material texture I need to be changing, I do it from here. So let's choose a different layer, that is, let's choose a green layer. Okay, so when I choose a green color, if you see this, it changes over here. Now whenever you create a new material or duplicate it, please do click on this replace this asset, sorry, duplicate. Okay, so what it does is it makes this as a unique material, so whatever new material you create will not be duplicating. Okay, so here you can give a surface pattern or a cut pattern as desired. So I'll be just keeping it as paint. Okay, and what I can do is simply copy and control C, control V. So these are my paint layers. So if you see, all the similar type of walls have been changed. So this is my 180 wall, 180 mm wall, and these were the 280 mm walls. So the 130 mm wall, you again need to assign a different layer, a different material as per the point cloud. Okay. So this was all about walls. In the next video, I will be showing you how to create floors.